Morning, Andy Wills, and today we're going to be testing this new Benelli Leoncino. I've just been in the shop and done some videoing of the bike and took some pictures of it so as I can put on there. I've had to do them in the shop because, as you can see, the weather ain't the best today, so I'll have a ride round and see how it goes. It's a brand new bike. It's just coming out on the market, and I believe it's being released now as we speak. I'm waiting for sales to come in January 2018. Anyway, let's here we go. So unfaired bike, 500cc parallel twin, same engine as it's in the TRK, and again it's there for the A2 license holders. So let's have a ride round and see what we think of this little number. Just going to take it easy because obviously brand new bike, new tyres, new brakes and everything, and as I said earlier, road conditions ain't the best. So I'm going to give it about 20 minutes, half hour, before I pass any judgment on it. So we'll see how we go, and I'll speak to you in a bit.
Okay, this is the Benelli Leoncino. I'm actually having a look at this in the shop because the weather's not too good outside. It's been snowing at the moment, but while it's dry and clean, just have a quick look round. The back end there, nice rear hugger, nice pair of grab rails on there. You've got the seat there with the flash LED lights on the rear. Nice red. The engine there, the same as the TRK 502. The styling of the tank looks quite nice, a bit rounded, and with its Benelli badge just tucked away in there, look. And onto the front end, twin discs on the front, little, there you go, the line motif, and the LED headlight again. I don't know if you can just make it out with the Benelli logo within. Just going to fire up the dash, and it's got quite a funky dash on this. There we go, all lights up. Quite nice. Got the digital speedo. Obviously the rev counter around the edge, it looks quite nice. Fuel gauge. Temperature gauge, I think that's just for outside temperature. Well, there's one there for the water and the outside temperature. That's always a useful tool if you're using it as a commuter. Yeah, quite a nice little bike this. And there's the LEDs on at the rear, and the old Benelli badge. Indicators again, LEDs. And just a quick look down. The left-hand side of the bike. There you go. And the swing arm and the rear mudguard there with the number plate on the back.
I came out on this little Benelli, just picked it up from Redline motorcycles in Northfield in Birmingham, the Benelli Leoncino. I've done my videoing in the shop, and the one thing I have not picked up on when I was having a look at the bike in the shop, which I've noticed while I'm out on the bike, is that the instrumentation, I've done a video of the clocks, and they are really clear and nice. I did point out you got your fuel gauge, you got the temperature gauge. That's in Fahrenheit. I'm just wondering if you can actually alter that to centigrade. But it gives you an idea what the conditions are like that you're riding in. The rev counter's nice, the speedo's nice, tells you all the bits and pieces, the trip, the odometer, but it's got not only the neutral light, but it's also got the gear shift indicator, so it tells you what gear you're in, which is going to be really useful for people that are new to motorcycling or getting on their big bikes. Yeah, it's initial sort of when I got on the bike, it is really nice and comfy. It feels great. The seat's plush, so that is a real big tick in the box. It does feel a lot more lighter and nimble than the TRK I rode earlier on this year. The riding position, the handlebars are very neutral. It seems a little bit more lively than the TRK, to be honest with you. Yep, it's an unfaired bike. You're going to expect to get the wind at you, which, you know, it's one of them. I don't know if there's going to be any aftermarket parts, screens or anything. So, a bit of dual carriageway. It's a little bit icy. Roads have been treated, grit, and it's still happily just knocking up to 55 mile an hour up here. I don't want to do too bad because it's only got 200 miles on the clock. I don't know if it's been running properly or anything, so. But it is a sweet little number already. As you can see, a beautiful British weather. Lovely bit of snow. Okay, I've just had a little ride on this, and my initial thoughts are this is a lovely little bike without a shadow of a doubt. The engine, it don't feel like a twin, it feels a bit smoother, albeit it is. The seat is lovely, it's comfy. I like the styling of the bike. There's a lot of things I do like about this bike for a little 500cc bike. And I gotta say, it's no slouch either. It does get a bit of a wriggle on when you want it to. The clocks are easy to read, they are simple. The speedo, the gear shift, your temperature gauges. I was half expecting this to have to get the tripometer out to find out your distance, but it's got a fuel gauge as well. The LCD is lovely. The mirrors are in the right place. Just a bit of cornering, going around these bends. I can't give it too much because obviously the conditions, but it feels planted, it feels solid. I feel as though I know what's going on underneath the bike. Comes with the two front 320mm twin discs and the 260 rear disc with ABS, which again I think a lot of bikes now complying to Euro 4 which this doesn't being fitted with ABS, but it's always a nice touch. There you go, third gear, pulls nice. this would make a really good everyday bike. Now I'm 6 foot. The seat's not too tall, so if you're not quite as tall as me, you're going to reach the floor quite easily. But where the pegs are and everything, it is really comfortable. It is comfy. Okay, I've had a bit of a ride on this now. I've had about 20 minutes out on it, half an hour. Done a bit of dual carriageway, a bit of 30s, around these little lanes. Weather's not too good, so I can't really do too much with it. But I've had a feel for this. And the feeling that I've got, it is a really nice bike. The bars, lovely position, seat's comfy. The engine is smooth, albeit it is a twin. It feels really smooth and it's got just enough character in it. It's a little bit livelier than its sibling, the TRK. I do like this. The LED clocks are easy to read. The speedo stands out here. And you've also got the gear shift indicator on the above the speedo. Fuel gauge is there, times there, water temperature on the bike, outside air temperatures on there. I should imagine it's probably got a trip as well. Maybe one, maybe two, some bikes have two now. I haven't really looked at that. The bobbins on the rear swing arm for maintenance are there. The rear hugger's there to keep the crud off the back of the bike. Having ridden this, I know it's only a brief ride when you go out on a demo ride, but having ridden this, I'm riding this out in weather conditions that ain't the best. But if put it like this, if you're going to buy this bike as a new rider to do as your first big bike, you want something that's going to be sure-footed, install confidence in you, and you're going to be happy to go out on. Now I'm riding this in the snow. Now, and I got this as really, it just sits there and you just think, this bike, yeah, it's fine in this weather. You just think what it's going to be like in the good weather. Just itching to go a little bit quicker on this. They're still stuck in the 30s. There's a bit of ice and snow around, but you just want to go a little bit quicker. There we go. Fields full of snow, and I'm out on a brand new bike. Wheels on it, 17-inch wheels, 120 section front, 160 section on the back, which is going to be pretty stock, so you're going to get a selection of tyres for this. Fuel tank is 13.5 litres with a 3 litre reserve, so your tank range is going to be all okay, ready for your commutes to work or your ride out on a Sunday, whatever. The rear suspension has got a remote adjuster for the suspension if you want to make it a bit stiffer or a bit softer. There's no suspension adjustment on the front forks or anything, but but they are upside down front forks. This is a nice bike, I gotta say. I'm really took with this. So it's just unfortunate with the weather like they are. I'd love to go further afield with this today. I really would. It's got Ride Me written all over it. There you go, swiftly up through the gears. Absolutely look silky smooth. Not a clunk. Steady 60 mile an hour. Just starting to feel it on the ends of my fingers a little bit. This is where the an adventure style bike with hand guards keeps the wind chill off a little bit. Obviously this being the sort of bike that it is, you don't have them, so it's just the end of my fingers again a little bit chilly. But I'll take that, I'll put up with chilly fingers. I really will put up with chilly fingers. Just heading back towards the shop now, as I've had me a bit of a demo ride out on this bike. My honest and gut feeling is it is a lovely little bike. The engine's sweet, the handling's sweet. It's got some really nice touches on it. The little line on the mudguard, the LED headlights and indicators. The bars are nice. All the instrumentation's good. The switches don't feel cheap. They feel robust. The seat's comfy, the styling of the fuel tank with the engine and the frame, the rear rug of the bobbins, all the way to the back end with the LED lighting again, and the handrails for your pillion passenger if you ever need it, they're all there, which makes it easier for manoeuvring stuff. Yeah, I've got to say this is this ticks the box for me, this does. And if there's one thing that I would put on this now as a commuter bike, or plus two things I'd add to it. One would be a front mudguard extender, or if you can't get one of them, the second thing would be a rad guard, just in case, because the front mudguard is a little bit short. And I get the reason why, because it's not everybody's like me that goes out in stupid conditions. And it is just a lovely little machine. The brakes are lovely as well. Just a bit of trialing through the filtering there on the back brake, and it's it just sits the bike comfortably, so you can just keep the power on but just settle the bike down as well. You don't need it all the time, but it does work. Just chills it down. I'm sorry Mr. Benelli, but I've got your bike dirty. But it was worth it. It was worth it. I do like it. The Benelli Leoncino 500cc twin gets a thumbs up from me, big thumbs up from me. Nice little number this. And just popping back into Redline now, deposit the bike.